I mean, the goal was twofold. You needed to expand, you needed to create new categories, but you needed to hold on to the core brand essence at the same time, which I'm sure was not an easy thing to do. So how did you do that? And what products are you offering now, and sort of how did you maintain sort of the tenor of the brand throughout the
So we
changes?
needed to survive, and we needed to craft our future. And one of the core questions was, do we go completely away from who we were? We could have, for instance, said Montblanc equals communication. Let's do computers. We arrived at the computer age. Why not doing a Montblanc mouse, a Montblanc notebook, a Montblanc gadget? We didn't want to go that way. We wanted to stay to the roots, and which we have done until today. We continue to be the global leader in fine writing instruments, but then with a white star as a symbol of the brand. And I'm very particular about it. It's not a logo, it's actually a symbol, because it's loaded with values which customers connect with our brand. We carefully expanded it, and I like to call that strategically the strategy of concentric circles. We put our roots proudly in the middle of our strategy. Rather than walking away from it, we put it in the center.
Right.
And we say we're growing from there. What would be logical extensions which consumer understands? There would be, for instance, writing pads, desk accessories, items which are in your daily life, which are somewhat connected to our roots, but take it a further step. The next circle which we made were accessories like men's accessories, cufflinks, key rings. We introduced leather wallets. So if you have a pen, you might have a cufflink, you might have a wallet. From there we went into large leather goods, briefcases. So the consumer could understand the evolution, and all of these products, and that is important for us, are superb products crafted by the hand, wonderfully designed, so that there were also not only an emotional link between these extensions of the brand, but also a clear visual and quality, a tactile.
In keeping with the luxury and the quality.
The luxury, which actually happened. We went actually, if you go back to the late 80s, our writing instrument, the essence of our product portfolio probably were like in the $60 to $100 price range. Today, our starting price point for writing instruments is $375, and it levels off in terms of writing instruments of $750,000. So it completely changed from who we were back there, while we kept the essence of the brand.
How your core consumer has changed, certainly post-recession. What are you finding as far as consumer sentiment, willingness to spend money on luxury products such as yours? What has changed with regard to proclivity of people to buy your products, basically?
There certainly was a very unusual, in hindsight, unhealthy development prior to the recession, which I, by the way, like to call disruption. Prior to that, there was a notion in the industry of democracy of luxury. Everybody talked about, we want to have high-priced products which is available to as many people as possible. Now, the first mistake I think the industry did, not so much Montblanc, but the industry did, was, luxury is not equal high price. Luxury is a true intrinsic value which has grown over time. Luxury, in my definition, are actually products which are worthwhile to repair. Products which you have, and this is not only, it's not disposable, but this disposable is not only a price point question of disposal, also an emotional attachment to it. So, people were buying luxury in what I like to call almost unconsciously. The consumption was unbelievable, and then came the recession, the disruption, and from these unconscious spending, we went into a tremendously cautious, it stopped. And even the customer who continued to have the financial means to enjoy finer things in life actually stopped as well, almost out of solidarity. What we see since the recession is that the industry, and with that as well, our own environment came back to the true world of luxury, and that is, to a certain extent, a discrimination to whom you sell, who your customer is. I think there is a revitalization of craftsmanship. We've always stick to, the notion of producing products by hand to the highest possible quality standards. I think the industry had lost that prior to the recession, and I think there was a coming back and understanding to, what are the basics of being successful as a luxury brand. So you see much more of a conscious spending today. Consumers are much more informed. They think about more than they did prior where to spend their money, why to buy it. They look for longevity in the brand, to use it not only for a long time, but also to hand it down to the next generation.